Hi everyone, Larry Delano here again, this time with grabbing attack number 2. This attack is similar to number 1. It's a double hand grab to the collar. So someone steps forward and grabs you with 2 hands to the front of your chest. In this one here, we're not going to pull the person back. We're going to use some pivoting and chopping of arms and neck and shoulder and throws to disable the person or counter the person here. In the first one, we dropped down and back, and this one would be a pivot. In talking with Mike about this one, he had some very good insight. This is like a wall waza, like if someone grabs you and shoves you against a wall, and you have to defend yourself off the wall. This is one method to do that. So, in this position here, the person steps forward and grabs you. Again, we go up with our defense position and kind of pull our knees in here. I can poke to the eyes, like we talked about. I can hit to the ears. I can poke to the throat, things like that. Grab the ears, poke in the eyes with the thumbs, things like that if you want. But the technique here is your hands go up and you drop your left hand down, grabbing his left hand right about the wrist level, and grab it and push it into your body. And with your other arm, or other part of your arm here, pull it to your chest, trapping his thumb part against your body here. So I'm locking his 2 arms against my chest, and then I pivot here, and as I pivot, I drop down with a cut. I'm cutting to the part of the guy's arm where the bone is real close to the surface here. Chop, my elbow drops down, cut, back to the head, cut alongside the head, swing it over, down on his shoulder, grab his shoulder, step over, throwing the person to the ground and punching him. So that's the basic technique. When we look at this one, the person who put this together, and it comes from long ago, you've got to think back to think back to Musashi with the Book of 5 Rings. He talks about cutting definitively. When Gordon did these, his strikes were through. They drove through, hard, quick through strikes. They weren't tapping motions. They've got to really whack the guy. So when you're here and you surrender, grab, pull, pivot, drop, 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 boom, the other guy hit him, boom. So you've got to get that accentuation to that striking. Just like Masashi Miyamoto talked about, cut through, cut through. Now we talked about this being like a wall waza. If the person were to grab you and shove you against a wall, you would do basically the same thing. You would trap, come across here, hitting, 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 stepping over, and throwing the person. So you'd fight off the wall. One thing you can add to this is, when I'm here and I go up, grab and pull and pivot, I'm hitting into his arm. His face is right here, and we talked about in some of the waza, these ripping techniques with your knuckles, is I'm here like this, boom, boom, I rip his face as I hit into his arm. So you take his nose and the eye area right here and just smack it with your knuckles as you go across. This waza, or grabbing attack, has the same weakness if you're off the wall as the first one. If I go here, boom, boom, and the guy pushes me roughly backwards, he can upset my balance. So when we go here like this, if I go boom and lock him and he shoves into me, you've got to be able to move with the guy here as you set up your strikes. Don't lose your balance. But you've got to act quickly because the guy can easily let go, push you, shove you, and come after you another way and overcome you that way possibly. But if you're in here, you come up, pull, hit him in the face, hit the arm, hit the side of the head, hit the shoulder, and then throw him over. You can take him down and hit him on the ground. So that's grabbing attack number 2. Next time we'll move into number 3.